Another one good thing that I like about Mac, and one thing that I kind of can't stand about Mac does releases. They release new collections quite frequently, probably several times in 1 month. But one thing that I really like that they do is the limited edition collections. And usually when they are limited edition, like the packaging sometimes is different. For those of you who don't know, Mac has like this little sleek black packaging, and that's what it is in their permanent regular collections. But when they have limited edition collections, sometimes the packaging is different, it's colorful, it's different. When they have their holiday collections, those are usually the more expensive collections, and it's in really fancy packaging, and they usually cost more. If it's and sometimes the limited edition collections aren't in different packaging. It just all depends. It's all going to be different. You just never know what you're going to get, and that's what makes it so fun and so intriguing. And that's why I'm always I'm always doing my research, trying to find out what limited edition collections they're going to have coming out during that year and during each month, because sometimes they don't even announce some of them ahead of time. Like I usually check the calendar, like I'll check like around like the end of this year. I'll start trying to research for a Mac 2016 release calendar. And whereas they're gonna have some of the stuff that they're releasing, some of the stuff they're not gonna have, like online exclusives, they usually don't even have those on the calendar. You usually find out about those like the month of, or a couple weeks before, or maybe a month or two before the release date. And a lot of times they don't even have the release dates in concrete. You just gotta keep up on your stuff, on the trends and the Mac trends and stuff like that. But one of the things that I do like is a lot of times the website releases it first. So you can go online and get it first before it even hits the stores. So for me, having a YouTube channel, that works to my benefit a lot of the times, because I'll just go I know when it's gonna release online, I get it, and then it gets to me before it even gets in stores. And I'm not the only person that does that. It's a lot of people that get it online first. It's a lot of YouTubers that get it online first, and then they go ahead and introduce it through their channel, which works. And plus, I have learned that when it comes out online first, go ahead and get it online, because sometimes when it comes into stores, they don't always have everything from the collection, and then they don't always have a big selection. They don't always have a lot. Like there's been times where I've gone into the counter to get stuff, and they only had like 4. And I was there like when the department store opened. Like I was like the 4th person to the counter, and it was already sold out. The lady said that they had only got like 3 or 4. So that's why I don't even play them games no more. I get my joints online and be done like their release times. Mac usually releases items online around 9 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So that's Eastern time. So if you're not on Eastern time, you're gonna have to do your math and figure out what time that is for you. But that's usually around the time that they release items online. And it's usually like on a Tuesday or a Thursday. But you gotta do your research, because sometimes they'll throw you for a loop. Sometimes they'll release early or late or on a different day. You just gotta be checking up on them. And one way I keep up with everything is I check Spectra.net, and I'll try and remember to put it up here so you can see how it's spelled. And if it's not up here, it'll definitely be in the description box below. But I like to keep up with Spectra.net and Trend Mode 1 on Instagram. I follow both of those pages on Instagram, and I think sometimes Dupe That as in DUPETHAT. Sometimes I think they release information about releases too, I think. But I follow all 3 of those accounts on Instagram, and they usually post all makeup collection releases and stuff like that. So I always keep up with them to find out. So, that's my little secret that I'm sharing with you if you're interested in any limited edition collections. Another thing that I want to share is there is a such thing called the CCO, the Cosmetic Company Outlet. And they're like usually in like outlet malls, and there is an outlet mall near me that does have a CCO. And CCO basically is exactly what it sounds like. Cosmetic Company Outlet. It's an outlet store that sells cosmetic brands, usually stuff that you can find at counters. Bobbi Brown, MAC, Clinique, Estee Lauder, and I'm not sure about Lancome, but I know it's definitely Bobbi Brown, MAC, Clinique, and Estee Lauder. At the one that's near me anyways. But and then they sell perfumes, you know, pretty much all the perfumes that you can get in counters in like department stores and stuff like that, and it's just for a little bit of a discounted price. Now I know mine, the tax is crazy, so I kind of feel like it's not necessarily, you know, worth the drive, because it's like an hour and a half away from me, probably even 2 hours. And to me, I don't feel like it's worth the drive. So if I'm not going through the town where it is, I don't go there, because the shadows, like you can get potted shadows. I got some for $11.25, I think. And then they sell, like some of the stuff is at a discounted price and some of the stuff isn't. So you just have to do your research before you go, know what you're looking for, and know around what price range each one of MAC's product goes for, because you can get in there and it ain't really no discount, and then you're gonna be spent the money and spent the tax and spent the time driving there, and it ain't really a discount. When you think of all the money that you spent getting to that point, it ain't really no discount, but sometimes it is. So I can't remember how much everything was in there in the MAC section. I can't remember, but like I said, I did get some potted eyeshadows for $11.25. So I have gotten pigments. I have gotten a pigment out of there for I think $14. I don't know that was even a deal, because I can't remember how much MAC's, because MAC does have to-go sized pigments, which means it's just in a smaller size, and it's also in a smaller price. So I don't think that pigment was a deal at the time. I didn't know that it wasn't really a deal for me to get it. I think I just grabbed it just because I had the opportunity. And they actually, and then sometimes they have older collections. They don't all, now this ain't no guarantee. They don't have older products from each and every collection. They just have some older collections. I guess whatever was left over. I mean, I don't really know. You ain't gonna be able to go in there and find all types of older, you know, collections, and you're not gonna be able to find everything from the collection. It's just certain ones and certain stuff. So, and then they don't have everything that MAC has to offer. They just have certain stuff, and the stuff that they do have, they don't have it in every shade. They just have some shades. Like today, you might, like this week, you might go in there and they may have NC50 Studio Fix Fluid, and then you could go in there 3 weeks from now and they may have they may only have NW45. You know, they don't have everything. They just have some, you know, it's just, you just don't know what you get in. It's just, there's no guarantee. But they usually have some lip pencils, some lipsticks, some lip glosses, some Viva Glam, some eyeshadows, some quads, you know, some powders, some foundations, some body foundations, some CC products. They usually have, you know, you just never know. You just have to go in one and see what they got at that point in time, because you just can't really say, I can't call it, because you just never know. But, you know, yeah. Sometimes you'll go up in there and they got some stuff that you really want, and sometimes you'll go up in there and they ain't got crap that you want. Sometimes you'll go up in there and they got stuff you want for a good price, and sometimes they don't. So it's just a crapshoot. If you don't live near one, I really wouldn't worry about it, because to travel to one would probably be a waste of time and money. Is, for those of you who don't know, the Back to MAC program. And that's, you know, it differentiates from different MAC locations, different MAC stores, different post stores, different counters. It all just differentiates it. So it would behoove you to call your local MAC, whether it's a counter or a store or what have you. It would behoove you to call them and find out what their Back to MAC policy is. But usually what it is you bring back 6 empty plastic MAC containers. So it could be an empty pot, an empty compact, an empty Fix Plus bottle, an empty moisturizer bottle, an empty brush cleaner bottle, empty foundation bottle, empty anything but lip liners. You know, that ain't really gonna be empty. And empty just the packaging, not the paper packaging, but the actual plastic. You take the empty plastic back, you take 6 of them. They don't have to be 6 eyeshadows or 6 straight lipsticks. It could be 6 of anything mixed in. Eyeshadows, compacts, you know, foundation compacts, Fix Plus bottles, moisturizer bottles, just anything empty plastic. And it gotta be empty. It has to be completely empty, no product in it whatsoever. And you take it back, and they'll usually let you choose either it has to be something from the permanent line. You take in 6 empty plastic MAC packagings, and they will let you choose. At my MAC counter, you get to choose 1 free permanent line lipstick. You bring in 6 empty MAC packages, and they will give you 1 free permanent lipstick. And when I say permanent, it can't be anything. It has to be from the regular MAC Cosmetics line. It can't be a limited edition lipstick. It just has to be a regular old lipstick, like something that you can get year round, not anything that's limited edition. And it's for free. It's only gonna cost you 6 products from MAC that come in plastic. But if you are somebody that has a whole bunch of MAC stuff, you'll benefit from it. And if you're somebody that only got like a few things, you're probably not gonna benefit. You probably gonna have to, you know, wait over a period of time. And don't think that you will never be able to use it because you ain't gonna ever go through your product, because you can depot these things. There are plenty of videos on YouTube, depotting videos, that shows you how to depot this. That's a lot of these eyeshadows are depotted. They were in pots, and I took them out and put them in here, and I took the empty compact back to MAC and got a free lipstick. I've done that like 2 or 3 times. Maybe 2, maybe 3. 2 or 3. Probably just 2. I don't really remember. But I don't really do back to MAC anymore because I don't like depotting my stuff. And you can also depot your lipsticks too. There are plenty of videos on how to depot your products from MAC. So you don't have to use up all of the product in it. You just depot it. Take the product out and put it in something else. And you can just, you know, Google it. And I'm pretty sure in the Google results, there'll be several videos on how to depot your MAC products. MAC lipsticks, MAC eyeshadows, I highly doubt MAC concealers. But eyeshadows, blushes, foundations, all that stuff. So that's a good thing. They'll give you a free product if you bring back 6 empty MAC containers, but they have to be plastic. One very important thing with the MAC limited edition collections, a lot of times they do re-promotes, and what that is, or re-releases, or what that is they'll put like a permanent product, like, let's see, what's a product? Ruby Woo. Ruby Woo is a very vibrant red lipstick from MAC. MAC is known, like, Ruby Woo is probably a lipstick that everybody knows about. It is a matte red lipstick, and it is one of MAC's signature lipsticks. And Ruby Woo is just a part of their regular MAC line, which is called permanent MAC line. You can get that year round as long as your store is in stock, or long as your MAC that you're going to is in stock. You can get it year round. That's a permanent item. Now, when they make these limited edition collections, sometimes they take colors that they already have and they'll stick them in limited edition packaging, and then they'll take the price up. I didn't know that. I thought limited edition collections was just something that you could only get at that point in time, and that it wasn't something that you can get year round. They do that sometimes. Like, is the name of the lip liner shade. That is a permanent shade that MAC offers year round, but MAC has put it in different packaging and threw it in a limited edition collection jack the price up on it. And then some people like me who didn't know, I'm thinking that this is just a color that they're only offering at this point in time with this collection, but actually it was a regular color. And it was up like $2. It was up like $1 and some change. So MAC be making money on us. So you really got to do your research. When these limited edition collections are in the works, or when they, you know, get released and it gets out about them, go and do your research and find out what the name of these shades are, and go and look in their permanent line on the website and find out if these shades already exist. Now, if you just want it for the packaging, then by all means, boo-boo, do you. But if you are wanting it because it's a signature color or it's a limited edition shade, then do your research, because they'll slip some on you. And they're not trying to slip it on you, they're just doing it because they macking. You have pro membership. They have like a pro membership that you have to pay for, and you have to apply for it. So you have to have certain qualifications. There's like certain requirements for it, and you can just go on the website and look that up, because I can't really remember what all of them are, but you have to be able to provide certain types of proof and documentation, and you have to pay for the membership. And with that membership, sometimes they offer, if you are a pro member, then sometimes they offer pro discounts, and sometimes they don't. I wasn't moving too fast. Hopefully you guys kind of could understand what I was saying and where I was coming from. If not, just leave a comment down below and ask me to break it down a little better, or shoot a more detailed video with like some pictures or something, or more images for you to understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from. And if you did get it, then make sure you thumbs up and let me know what you felt about the video, and if there was something that I left out that you can contribute to, or something that I may not even be aware of that you can contribute to, let me know down below. Go ahead and sign off because it is hot up in here. It's hot. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you like videos like this and you want to see some more tricks of the trade video, then be sure to comment that down below. Click that thumbs up button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support, and until next time, you guys, be beautiful.